How to attract genuine people. Before I start this video, I just want to do a quick reminder, guys. I've sold about 65 copies of the True Power Unleashed program, so I got about 45 spots left. I want to let you guys know one more time, when all 100 spots are full, I will not sell any more copies of the program. So if you want a copy of the program, click the Patreon link below, pledge $150, and I will give you a copy of the program when I release it. I'm going to email it to, the people who buy it directly. It's not going on my YouTube channel. It's a private video. But with that out of the way, let's start this video. So, how to attract genuine people. It's funny, when you hear a title like that, you think it's going to be some step-by-step program, like how to win friends and influence people, or you think it's going to be like some how-to bullshit, right? Some new age how-to bullshit, like the shit you hear all the time. I'm here to tell you, and everything I tell you guys, it's from my experience personally. I've only lived as me, so I've never been anyone else for a day. This has just been my life experience. But basically, I suppose the moral is that, the moral of the story, whatever, is the way that I've attracted genuine people is it's always been at a time where I was very closed off and reserved, and like defensive. Whenever I'd try to go out there and be this positive, happy guy, I would just attract these fake salesman-like people, because I was being fake. You see, we live in a world now where everyone has been brought up to read this new age bullshit, and people are fake, and they go out there and they act, and they think if I work hard enough and I act enough, I'll get what I want. So you have a bunch of people running around with this fake extroverted personality that isn't really who they are at all. And they're all putting on a circus act to try to attract each other. I found, with men and women, my best guy friends, I met them when I was this reserved, cold-hearted asshole. And my guy friends, they even tell me, they're like, bro, what I liked about you the most is I just studied you for like a month. And for that entire month, you were the same cold, distant asshole the whole time. Like, you never changed it up. You never put on an act at all. You were consistent with what you are. You might not have been the most charismatic guy. You might not have been the most upbeat or funny guy or sensitive guy, but you were consistent with what you were the whole 30 days I was studying you. And that's what made me like, yo, I can trust this guy. He is exactly who he is all the time. He's consistent. His personality is consistent. He's not playing these weird games and doing these weird 180s. He is the same every time. It's the same thing with women too. Like, when I would go out and try to be this like RSD fucking pickup guy, I couldn't really get laid to save my life. There were times where I'd go to nightclubs and I'd like dance with women and do all this shit, and like they can just tell that's not me, right? I was acting, honestly. Now, some of the best women I've ever met, I met them when I was this cold, reserved, like dark person, and I don't think it's so much because that's what they were attracted to. It's because they could tell I'm actually being real. See, a lot of us think we're being real, but we're not being real. I even, at times in my life, even very recently, there were times where I thought I was being myself, and I'm not being myself. You really have to like let go and not be afraid of the consequences, and truly be what you are and express what you're feeling, good and bad, in real time, to really come off as your genuine self, and you'll attract people who can tell that you're being genuine. Because you got to understand, everyone else is so sick of being around fake-ass salesmen, like people when they go out. Men, women, whoever, white, black, whoever. People are sick of being around fake-ass people. So when they see someone who's actually just putting it all on the table, and it's not even always a good thing. When I'm feeling shitty, or when I'm depressed, or when I'm going through some emotional rage or whatever, I'm at a point where I don't really give a fuck now. I put it all on the table. I'll just be whatever I'm feeling, I will just be that. Like, I don't bury anything anymore. I don't hide anything from anyone, because I don't owe anyone anything. I don't work for anybody. I don't want people's approval. So I just express whatever I'm feeling all the time in the moment. Now this sounds crazy, right? This sounds like, well, you can't do something like that. That's like so against, the what we've been brought up to believe. But it actually works. Like, it gets me the results I want. It's like, and I hate to just go back to talking about how, like, if you want results, do the exact opposite of everything you've been told, but it's true. It's kind of like the diet, I hate to bring up the diet, but it's like, if you want to have big, strong bones, eat meat and drink milk. No, just do the exact opposite of that, eat fruits and vegetables. You'll actually be way stronger. If you want to have genuine people, go out there and be positive and always have a smile, and no, do the exact opposite. Be a reserved, cold, distant asshole, because people know you're being yourself. No one goes out of their way to act reserved all the time and distant all the time and express all of their shittiest feelings all the time, because that sounds counterintuitive to what they've been taught. So if you want to attract genuine people, and when I say this, I'm saying genuine. I'm not saying the highest quality people. I'm not saying the best people on earth. I'm not saying the most successful people on earth. I'm saying if you want to attract genuine people, be exactly who you are and express every feeling you feel. Don't hide shit. Don't bury shit. Don't put on an act for anyone. I'm naturally a very distant, cold, reserved asshole. When I deal with women, I'm very, they can tell I have very severe trust issues. I'm very skeptical. I definitely have a wall between me and them. And these might not even be the best qualities. These might not even be attractive qualities, but they're like, you know what? That guy's really being himself. I can trust him. I feel comfortable falling for him because I know he's not going to pull a bait and switch act like all these other guys who are coming up. Hey, beautiful, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm finding both men and women have that in common. My guy friends are the same way. They liked me because I was putting all of my bad cards on the table as well as my good ones. Both guy friends and women I've dated found that, like, they respect that and they find that appealing, because they're like, okay, I can really see who this person is. So that's just the moral of the story. That's really how you attract genuine people. You have to put it all on the table, and you have to be willing to express your good and your bad sides with no fear of repercussion or judgment. You have to just really not give a fuck. I'm at a, and it's really the best feeling in the world. I don't give a fuck. If I'm pissed off, I'll let the whole world see that I'm pissed off. I'm not really hiding shit anymore because I don't have anyone to serve. Most of you people listening still have someone you're serving. You still work a job. You still maybe you're still in school. You're still under someone's thumb. And that mentality of burying things to make your superiors happy, it's very counterproductive, and it's going to bite you in the ass when you actually get out into the real world and start trying to form friendships or relationships, because that only works in an artificial environment. That whole kissing ass and pleasing people, and being fake positive, that only works in man-made institutions like school systems or like shitty 9-to-5 jobs. But these are things you hate anyway. These are things you secretly desire to break free from anyway. But even if you do break free from them, or even when you're not at them, if you want results in the real world with people that you really want, like real people, genuine people, you have to just put it all on the table and not be afraid to be judged. And you will attract genuine people.